What's up, dudes and dudettes? It's Connor with Hound Motorsports. In today's episode, I got a gift from FCP Euro. It is my 3.5 bar TMAP sensor, and we're gonna go ahead and install it on the 335i for some big boost. So no more bullshitting around. Let's just get right on into it. So obviously the first step is removing everything that's gonna be in the way, and that's gonna be the intakes. Start off with this one. Get that one out of the way. And then get this one out of the way. So taking the cones off give you perfect access to the TMAP sensor, which is right there. Now I heard stock, they come with Torx bolts. I really can't see what I have on the back of here. So I'm gonna use a handy dandy trick and use my phone as a mirror to go peek at the bolts. So you flip it to portrait mode, and then you scan around for what you need. So these are Allen head bolts, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my Allen screws and get that out. Now, if you guys ever need a good recommendation on Allen wrenches, I highly recommend Bondhaus. I've been using these for at least 10 years now, and they are the best Allen head wrenches. They're accurate within a cunt hair, and I literally have never stripped any of these, no matter how much torque I have put on them. So these look like 4mm. I was obviously wrong. They are not 4mm. Let's try 3. Yeah, they're definitely a 3. So when you're on a Torx bolt, these are very easy to strip. The best thing you can do is that whenever you feel it stripping, to back off of it and go in with a straight head, so one that doesn't have a ball on it. Once you have verified fitment, and take it off with an actual ratchet wrench. Yep, previous owner stripped. So now I'm looking at taking all this out just to access that and get it out. Every N54 fanboy knows how much this sucks. I really don't want to be doing this, but she's coming off. This is gonna suck because I hate doing this. It's off. It's gonna suck putting it back on, but it's off. So with it off, we can now get a better grip, and thankfully it looks like that this is not stripped. This is very tight. Now we just need to try that. Plug it in. There we go. I was never going to be able to get it out with that underneath the hood. So pros and cons of taking it off, but now it's removed. Look at that. What the hell? What the actual hell? They put RTV silicone on this. Wow. Okay. It's not very bright. Opening up the new one. Here you guys can see a side by side. This is probably a cheap Chinese knockoff. Get that out of the way. Now you guys can see it side by side. This is probably a cheap Chinese knockoff, which would explain my problems. I have no idea what FAE is, never heard of them, and I really don't care because that one is not working. This is a new 3.5 Vitesco version. Clean off the surface a little bit. I'm gonna hit this with some lube. Take a finger of the lube, put it around the O-ring. Remember, you don't want any of this touching the sensor. That's just enough to where now I can put it back in. It goes on much easier. And remember your orientation, because this was upside down the way I had it. Now it's right side up. So now with everything back in hand and all the parts needed back together, you can miserably attempt to put this on. I usually try and weed it up like this, put it down, and then come to this side, slide it on. Then you test fit it by pushing it down, and then you pull it up to see if it moves any bit, and it doesn't, which is good. And now this needs to be repinned. I have you guys on a close angle here because this is the part that throws every single person off. You need to switch them all around. So they need to be reversed. I know I don't have a good video on this like angle, so my apologies guys, but this needs to be flipped around. So I'm going to stick my pick in the side and take this top cover off. Should slide out. If you guys can see, it angles up and it flips up like that. And this is where you can start switching them. You should be able to push down on it, push back, down and back, and it slides out just like that. Now I'm going to do that with this one. Down, pushing back. There we go. And I have them out like this. Now, if you notice, I do not pull them out all the way because it makes it easier and less confusing for me and a lot of other people to just hot swap them like that. Because remember, you can get easily disoriented doing these. Now that's in, and that is in. Now time for the next two, which are the middle two. So push down and back. Whoa. Obviously this wasn't in all the way, and you want that in all the way. Sometimes you should hear a click, especially on the Delphi connectors. But these don't seem to have a click. Yeah, these seem to not have like the strongest connection on them, which is a little iffy. But that'll do, donkey. There you go. They're held in by the top right here, the top latch. And then just gonna plug it in to your connector, into your sensor. Like that. And you're ready for the rest of your Go Fast bits to be in. So for me, to put in this back half here, that's on. Slide it in. Pull it out a little bit in order to seat it. Angle it so it's not rubbing on your upper coolant hose. And then send it home with the impact. Send the other one home. Install your cones. Cones are installed. Now, after that quick 20-minute installation, you need to go inside and update your MHD settings, and I'm going to show you just how to do that. Put your key in and put it into accessories mode. Now you want to take your device, whatever you use to tune, and turn off all your accessories so you don't kill your battery, and then boot up MHD. On MHD, you want to open MHD map, V10 maps, and have it set to whatever parameters you want, but the most important one is going to be this one, flashing start and options. Wait for that screen to load. Like I said, adjust it to any options that you want. And you want your T-bar, your TMAP sensor set to 3.5 bar. Now you come back, hit map right. And you let that flash. Now once this is done, you want to follow the instructions, turn off the ignition and wait 30 seconds. Now after 30 seconds, put your key back in and start the car. Now doing this is very, very quick, easy, and simple to do, and it's an easy way to get more power, and it's definitely something that you need to do if you're upgrading your turbos in any form other than stock. I highly recommend it because it allows better readouts, better readings, and of course, more boost. Who's gonna argue with that? I only upgraded because I started getting the 2ABD code, and it obviously needed a new one because that Chinesium stuff was not gonna last on a German-made BMW. But besides that, I hope this video helped. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.